It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be fielded inside the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action. Mayfield. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Add this game to the last one, and they... over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Ready.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now left side on the swing pass. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Dragon 60.
2nd and 5. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jamin Davis. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions.
Touchdown, Washington! Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive getting caught with when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17-0 our score after 1.
Commanders 17, Eagles nothing. Here we go.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Let's go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Okay, break. Ready?
Going quickly out to the right side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down. But they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going right back to Dodson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 24, Eagles 6. Joey Sly to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll get Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Check, pick, set.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try to make...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Let's go now. Hey, check that. Street. Go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, set.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And our game's had a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here and just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, 26 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That's taken inside his own 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Here we go. Ready.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles! A 7-yard touchdown ground.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there. I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go play action here on 1st down.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this way, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now a play fake here on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a three-score game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of...
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Washington,
hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back